Yo. You hear that theme music, you see these beautiful faces. We are the Let's Get Canceled podcast. I'm your boy, Tommy with an H. I'm the voice of the people. I speak for y'all.
And I'm your boy, Big Tech Dog, your favorite friendly, lovable, loudmouth. Hey, yo, cousin.
What up, cousin?
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get canceled.
Now, here's the thing. Y'all may not be ready, but we ready.
I don't think y'all.
Now, tonight's episode, we're gonna get into our weight loss challenge. We told you it was started. We have gotten the weight loss challenge started, so we will give an update on that. Actually, we're just gonna let y'all know what we weighed in at to begin, and we're gonna see how far we can get by the end of the month. Last week, also, we mentioned that Roy Wood's book came out, and Man of Many Fathers. I got mine.
You got yours. I ain't get mine yet, but I'm gonna get it though.
Get that. I was able to listen to it on Spotify, so I went ahead and just listened to the whole thing straight through. I'll do a deeper dive on the read at some point, but I will say, round of applause for the homie. I'll say that much. Round of applause for the homie. It was a good listen. I'm pretty sure it's an even better read, and just hearing familiar names, hearing familiar stories, you know what I'm saying, like that. Like, congratulations to the bro. Congratulations.
Absolutely, man.
That was definitely a good thing. So hopefully we'll be able to connect with him soon. But make sure you go out and get the book, The Man of Many Fathers, Life Lessons Disguised as a Memoir. Because it's a lot of lessons, and it's a lot of deep shit in there, man. It's a lot of stuff I didn't know about the homie that came about. So
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't even finish it. I watched most of probably about 20 minutes of his interview with on Club Shay Shay.
Yeah,
bro. Listen, if you ain't seen that yet, make sure that you check that out, man. Yeah. And if you ain't got it yet, get the book.
Get the book. We ain't got no haters. Told on Shay Shay, there's a lot of those in the book there. But yeah, definitely get that, because you can pick up some gems. You can learn some things about yourself and about your family dynamic through listening to him. Some things you don't have to experience on your own. So I definitely say go get that. Yeah.
Well, listen, man, we over here at the Let's Get Canceled podcast. You know, we love everybody. Anybody who's doing something positive, man, we make sure that we support and we big them up. And we ask y'all to do the same for us, man. Make sure that you are liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing to our podcast, right? So if you, anywhere that you get podcasts at, please go ahead and hit that like button, comment, interact with us, man. We want to hear from you as well. All right. And make sure that you hit that notification bell on YouTube so you're notified every time we go live. And remember, tomorrow, you can hear this everywhere that you stream your podcast. Everywhere that you stream audio podcasts, you can hear the Let's Get Canceled podcast. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the support. Y'all keep it up, and we're going to keep bringing y'all fire content, man.
Indeed.
So, hey, cuz.
Yeah.
It's convocation time, man. For those of y'all who don't know, not everybody knows, but those of y'all who don't know, we Kojic boys, we church boys, specifically Kojic boys, Church of God in Christ, and we have once a year we have our national convocation. It's in St. Louis. Wait, is it St. Louis?
It's in Memphis.
It's in Memphis this year.
Back to Memphis.
We back to Memphis. So it's in Memphis, and it's a gathering of all the churches across the entire denomination. And I know we've got family who's there right now.
Parents and aunts and uncles and all kinds of folks is over there right now.
Yeah, and see some other people on here because they say this should be interesting. Well, you know what? You're right. This is going to be interesting, right? So, hey, man, I'm just going to go ahead and dive into our topic. If you ain't seen the headline.
And as you see right now, with my head down right now, making sure that I get the link loaded up on YouTube, on Facebook right now, so that people can get on in here and let them know we are live right now.
Right. Well, what I want to do is I want to play something for you, and I really just want your take on it, and you tell me what it is, what you think about it. Let's see. Some of y'all know her, some of y'all don't. It's the beloved, the one and only.
Mean any disrespect either. I respect men. I really do. I even try to respect sisters, but it's hard. But I do the best I can. Excuse me what I'm fixing to say. You just as chicken as you can be. I don't mean no disrespect. But that was the only word I could find. Cluck, cluck, cluck.
If you didn't hear what she said she respect me, and she really do. She even tried to respect sissies. That's what she called them. She called them sissies. The Let's Get Canceled podcast did not call y'all
We
sissies.
did not. That was the Kojic church mother at the convention. This is recent, right?
This is this year. This was the other day.
This was this week.
This week.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's 2025, people. Here, hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna play a piece of something for you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to tell me what you think about this, right? Because we were talking about this earlier, and I am concerned. Let me go ahead and play this here. Check this out. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit, y'all.
The same moment.
I'll show you. Let me tell you something, young man. I don't know you.
Don't know you.
I don't know you, do I?
Don't know you at all.
Let me tell you something that's going to help you. Amen. You're called of God.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you, mother.
God chose you. God wants to salt you some more.
Mm-hmm.
Come out from among them sissified men that's been hanging around you. I didn't say you was a sissy. You understand what I'm saying?
Didn't say you was.
God can't use no men trying to be women. We call them faggots.
Whoa, call them what?
Whoa,
She
whoa,
called them what? She called them what? She called them what?
My dear.
Hey, wait.
But that's what they call them. That's what they call them.
That's what they call them. That's what they call them. She ain't done here. Let's go ahead and play some more. We're gonna play some more.
Telling you that. Understand it. But the ones that's been around you, they've been around you, haven't they?
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to me, boy. I don't feel. Hey.
Talk to me, boy.
With God. Stay away from around them sissies, okay?
Stay away from around them.
God saved them. But God has chosen you, and they know it, and that's the reason the devil in hell is trying to destroy you. In the name of Jesus, I curse his spirit.
She gonna hit it?
She meant that.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
She definitely meant it. Oh, this old school.
I get so sick of sissies, I don't know what to do. I'm sick of sissies.
Oh, she been on
And
this.
half the time they, bringing them in somebody's church, fanning over somebody's choir, I'm sick of sissies. My God from on high. We ain't got no men now. They either in jail on the corner or switching somewhere. God help us.
Oh my God. Oh boy.
God help us.
What'd she say?
Save us and raise us up some men. These girls need some men. We need some real men, some whole men, some masculine men, some hairy-chested men, some baby I love you men. We need some men.
It is not often that I don't have shit to say.
So here's the thing. This brings us to our question for tonight, and I got something else I want to play for you to get you. It's another perspective on this, right? And we're not going to do a whole lot of giving y'all what we think about the situation tonight. I'm going to just be elaborating on what we hear and some of the things that we've experienced in the church, and we'll leave the decision up to you.
Right? Please make a decision. But I do have a question I'm going to pose to you. I know we don't want to give our opinions too heavily on here, but This is not about. Oh, Thank you so much for that disclaimer. But yes, the way that it's being broached in the church,
Right.
is that the appropriate way to do that? In your opinion, my opinion is to tell someone to keep them from around him. Keep them. Hey, that's
Here's the
something
thing.
that I don't think
Nah,
a
bro.
microphone was needed for.
It wasn't. And that's real. Like it absolutely was not. And this is the thing that I kid you not. If your goal is to draw people, right? I'm gonna talk for me. I don't care what I'm doing. You don't have to agree with what I'm doing. What you can't do is call me out my name and call it love. What you can't do is talk about me. You can't talk about my friends and call it love. Like, so I've got friends. In my lifetime, I've had friends who were drug addicts, drug dealers, fighters, shooters, lazy, all types of people. What you can't do is come to me and try and win me over by defaming my friends, regardless of whether you're right or wrong in your thought process about them. But you can't, I'm not going to stay here. But you know what I will do? I'll listen to somebody who at least pretends to understand. They don't have to agree.
Like God always tells them to, you're gay and God don't want this and God told me to tell you to leave. Like she said, stay from around those people or keep them from around you.
She didn't say people, she said sissies.
She said sissies. She did
actually
say
sissies. She said they called them faggots.
That's what they called them. That's what they called them. They called them.
Tech didn't say that. Tech didn't say that.
But here's my thing. Here's my thing. How often have you heard in the church that God told one of these prophets, God said, leave that man's wife alone. God said, stop touching them little kids. God said, get them bodies from out your basement. How often does it get to that? It's a whole lot of, we gonna damn these homosexuals, but how often is all this? I know God tells you a whole lot. I'm sure if he's telling you this, a person he tells you that also. But that's not something that you're gonna put at the forefront of your message because it doesn't get the same sensationalization. Is that a word? Did I just make that up? Sensationalization. It sounds like it should be a word.
Go with it.
It don't matter. If it's not, it should be because it sounded good coming off the tongue. But
sensationalization. That sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good. So, but that's the thing. Like, why is this that hot topic in the church as opposed to all of the other stuff and some of the stuff that you actually see happening and allow to happen? You don't broach. Like, you don't tell the 300, 400 pound young lady at the church or young man at the church, hey, baby, when you go, you don't need to go to the buffet no more. Hey, let's go take a walk. This isn't something that God told you to say to save their lives with.
Hey, I feel attacked.
We're gonna get to that later. We're gonna get to that later. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have those conversations. Like they'll say something slick to you outside, make a slight comment to you. Ooh, baby, you look a little heavier this time than I saw you last. But what they don't do is get on the microphone and tell you to stop being gluttonous. But what they will come on and do is rebuke you for that. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is it such disdain that comes for this particular sin when all of the others that you allow to protect? That's what it is. They like.
I think it is. I think if you find something disgusting, then you'll talk more about it. The problem I have with that is not what you prefer or don't prefer. My problem with it is the way that you deliver it. Here's the thing. When I was little, I might be in the living room with my mama. And my mama might say, go tell your daddy to come here. You know what I'm not going to do? Walk in that room and go, hey, come here. You know why? Number one, because I like my teeth. I like to breathe. I like my life. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You know what I would do? I'll walk in and say, hey, daddy, mama said, can you come here, please? You know, because there's a certain way to get the message across in an appropriate fashion without A, coming off the wrong way, and B, demeaning or defaming or taking him out of his position as father. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lack of respect in the delivery. There's a lack of empathy in the delivery. I'm sorry. I just I don't believe that God told you to say it just like that.
That just can't. It just does not seem. I just don't understand it. I don't really get it that way. But I just don't understand how that happens that way.
Simone said a friend said that the point of a good Christian is to just accept the kingdom of heaven. So let me put that back up there. So why are we stuck on certain things? That's a good question. That's an excellent question. Now, what I do want to do, let's look at it from another perspective. There's another preacher, and we talking fire and brimstone preacher, but he had this to say. Let's take a look at what he had to say. Some of y'all know
I've been told, well, you weren't born that way. And if you were born that way, now it's time to be born again. My world and my theology really was rocked to its core. And I found out something about my youth pastor, incredible preacher, incredible singer. He never got married. He ended up getting on drugs, lost his church, moved back home with his mother, was living on the bridge. And I discovered that when he was born in the 50s in Macon, Georgia, he was born intersex. He was born with both organs. So his father made the decision, I want to have a baby boy. Later, it's discovered that if somebody's born intersex, it's probably more favorable or preferable or maybe easier if they be made a young lady. Science now tells us 1 out of every 100 people, then maybe one may have some type of sexual chromosomal abnormality. So what do you say to those people? What chapter and verse do you say to those people?
You know what was funny about that? Now, when we first talked about that particular video, when we addressed that particular video,
that number just seemed that number just seems that number just seemed way too high.
It was way too high, and I was like, "There's no way at 1 in 100." So we did some research, right? What we found out, according to Hudson Institute of Medical Research, an estimated 1.7%, almost 2% of babies are born with intersex conditions, although many variations are not apparent at birth. About 1 in 2,000 newborns have genital differences that involve a sex differentiation specialist being consulted. Others are identified later in life, sometimes not until puberty or adulthood. That means that he was off by half almost. That really doesn't mean 1 in every 100. That's 1 in every 50.
Yeah.
1 in every 50 almost. And so what that tells me is that, wait a minute. So you're telling me that these people who are born, and that doesn't necessarily mean, and I don't want to use the term, I don't know all the right terms, but I know back in the day they used to say a hermaphrodite. I don't know if that's still the proper term. Is it? Do you know?
I'm just going to say they were
intersexed.
Intersexed. Yeah.
That's what I mean. I'm sorry if I offended you, but
Yeah. We're gonna say.
What I'm saying, back in the day, that to me that automatically brings to mind you're born with both. You understand what I'm saying? Right. But what these stats are saying is that it's not necessarily that. There's some chromosomal or some hormonal imbalance or irregularity that means that a person is born both male and female or some mixture of the two. So if that is the case,
of the people that you have damned to hell for their life choice, is it their fault? Because you'd say you wasn't born this way. Well, clearly I was born both ways, and you decided which one I was going to be, and that wasn't the right pick. And I see here she said, "God don't make mistakes." No, it wasn't God making a mistake. It was the parent that made the mistake, because you decided to pick that you picked wrong. You should have prayed about it first. Probably didn't pray about it. So now, because I remember watching an episode of House one day, and there was this young lady, she was, I think she was a model or something like that, and she ended up with testicular cancer. So she's walking out of there like, I'm a girl. And the whole thing is, you're born, and before whatever happens, your nuts drop, and then you're a guy. But we're all born chicks until our nuts drop, and then we end up being a daggone female. I mean, we end up being a guy. So luckily my nuts drop, so I get to go and play with coochies. That's me. I'm good for that. But this young lady walking around here with nuts on the inside that never drop. So now she got testicular cancer. So the fact that the parent decided for the child, the mistake is made, and now we are criticizing the child for their hormones being a certain way when their life probably shouldn't have been that way to begin with. So
here's the thing.
This person over here liking.
This says that's why they say wait till puberty. Can you please elaborate on that? What do you mean? That's wait till puberty for what? Because I think
pick a gender for the parent to pick a gender.
Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Listen, you know, if you got dingling, like here's that. Okay, see, you're gonna make me do it. And,
do it, man. Do it.
Listen, here, we're not talking about people who are obviously this or that. I need to go ahead and get that video because we started all of this with the lady who was at the gym, who was in the locker room, and a transgender female entered into the female locker room, and the biological female yelled hell whatever and made a big deal about, and she ended up got kicked out of her gym. Got kicked out the gym and made a big deal saying she said there are men with big dicks.
He was having a moment.
Now, so and that's where it came from. Now, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is there are chromosomal differences between men and women in general. And those play a large part in your preferences and the way you conduct yourself or carry yourself and the things that you're attracted to a degree. So I don't think that you can wait until puberty to decide whether or not this individual is a male.
Well, something's going to form at some point. Something's going to form at some point.
Right. She said, because one will become dominant. If we're talking about, if we're talking about, absolutely. Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah. Because eventually it's going to be like, it's going to be periods and titties, or the nuts going to hang a little more. These niggas going to be a little more aggressive. And like,
their mornings are going to be,
right. And then you're going to be trying to, but then I'm not going to get weird. I'm not going to get weird.
You go ahead. Go ahead. No. You push me out there on the limb. Go ahead.
I'm not going to get weird. I already went on a limb, but because boys are, we like to experiment and we like to search for stuff. We both. Oh. Never mind. Continue. I'm just saying. Hey, we are inquisitive beings, and we find.
You know what I miss right now? I miss the first season when I had the little ticker tape.
We are so happy. We are so happy.
No, but you're right though. Here's the thing. There are things. What you believe is right, wrong, or a sin or not a sin is we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that at all.
Right.
We're talking about the delivery system. We're talking about the way you get your message across. And if your goal is to draw people to what you believe is the right thing, tell me how calling them sissies and faggots do that.
It does not. There's no waiting. It does not. It does not draw them there at all. And
really? Wait a minute. Really? Oh, Simone, I need you on the show because I have so many questions.
But there were some people that I saw it and I was like, oh, he's definitely. But for me, it's just until he plays with other people's peckers, he's not gay yet. Because for me, gay is the act of doing something. You're not gay until you act on it.
Well, I don't believe that. I believe that you can be
attraction
and not think that the inclination, that's like,
because having feminine traits and being gay aren't the same, and that's where people look at it and they're like, "Oh, I could tell he's gay." I know I had a homeboy that I grew up with from kindergarten on up, and he was just because he grew up with his mom and his sisters, and he was always around them. But this boy was straight as an arrow. But everybody who was around, like, man, Tommy, your homeboy. I was like, try him, and I was like, leave your chick with him, and like those sorts of things. Even a young man that. Me as an adult, I got real drunk one night at a party and he was with my cousin. I was like, it's okay if y'all gay. Y'all can just tell everybody it's okay. And
Hey, I'm gonna need you to start them stories out a little bit differently, bro.
No, nigga, I gotta build suspense.
Even
I
with
gotta
my
build
homeboy,
suspense.
I was real drunk. I'm like, whoa!
I
was with the rest of y'all. I was like, what?
I gotta build a suspense up. But no, like I saw Buddy, and I always thought, and then it was I said something because I was just like, shoot, it's fine, it's time now. So I told her like, hey man, it's okay. It's okay if y'all gay. Y'all can tell us, man, we all right. And they had to inform me, like, nah, but it's just there can be those attributes, but it does not mean that it's that. It's just sometimes we just act the way that people around us act, and
understood.
We don't know any better.
Yeah, I feel you on that, and I'm with you on that. There are things that I just don't do because it seems a little soft to me. You know what I'm saying? Not on no emotional type stuff.
You're insecure.
Maybe, and I'm like maybe. I'm getting older, and I am becoming more emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like for real. Like there's stuff that really bothered me that I wouldn't have bothered me 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Things that make you go like you ever been riding down the road and you got that thought or something, and then all of a sudden you like, am I getting ready to cry? I'm not. No, man, I'm a grown man. Bro, no, not you. Well, me. I'll put it me. Forget that.
See, you ain't in tune with your star player, man. Me and my star player, we really in tune, man. We know what we don't like and what we do. So we just leave that alone.
I had some people very close to me who were surprisingly incarcerated, right? And when I tell you every day.
See, but that's not an out of nowhere situation. That's a clear and present situation.
Correct. It's a present situation. But I don't think that I would have responded that way emotionally if it was 15 years ago and they were the age they were at the time. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I don't know. I don't know if I would have or not, but I don't feel like I would have.
I know what you would have done. You would have acted out first before it got emotional. You would have acted out. Oh yeah. That male toxicity situation.
Oh, see, don't start me on that. Don't start me on that.
Oh, you're gonna have to come sit with us on that one there.
Yeah, you have to explain that one to me because okay, but
yeah, she got to come sit with us on this. But that's home team. So yeah, you got to come sit with us on that one.
Cool. And all right. Anyway,
yeah.
But what I'm saying is that he brought up a good point. That was Pastor E. Dewey Smith. Yeah, he brought up a good point,
and it just made me think like, and that's where the title came from. Did the church get it wrong? Because we sit there and we tell everybody that you weren't born this way. This is what it is, and then we end up with science coming into the picture, and now all of a sudden, this church and state separation.
I'm very clear. Here's the thing: where most church people get threatened by science, and I'm very clear. I believe in God. I believe that God created everything. Everything. That includes processes. So I never had that dichotomy where I can't listen to science because it goes against the Bible, because I don't see it as going against the Bible.
Right.
I see it as God put all these processes in place. So if you can scientifically prove that this is this, then that means that God put that process in place. And I don't have any conflict there at all. And I don't understand how some people do. And I think the reason that they do is because they read something and they take it as concrete without doing any back research. Y'all got to remember when the Black church was formed, what we got was what Master told us in America. I'm talking about. I know you can go back and historically in Africa pre-slavery, yes, there was Christianity. So I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is what we got was what Master said. And then so we got the books to the point where we could read. But what we never did was go back and get the etymology of those passages. So what you end up with is people in church, old school niggas back in the day, not playing marbles because the Bible said marble not. Right. No, it didn't. It said marvel not. Don't be surprised.
But again, you're catching it all through the ear as opposed to being able to understand. And that goes back to the conversation we had last week about should you have to go to church. And I was looking at the conversation that was had with Kirk Franklin and the guys and what's the young boy?
I know what you're talking about.
Boy. But yeah, the rapper kid, and he made a point, and they were like, oh, you need to go read the book again.
Right.
At that particular moment, it's time to cut the cameras off and have Bible study, because you can sit there and read it and not have the full understanding of what you're reading. You know the words, but you don't understand the context, and that kind of goes back to when Black folks first got their rights to read, and now you're reading this book that they told you could never read, but you don't have a full understanding of what everything means, and that to me is
it's a problem.
It just seems like it's a problem for the Black church, but also some of the understanding of the Sodom and Gomorrah story. And God came and killed them, and they said man shouldn't, and they were raping his angels. That's why he had to kill them people.
And but see, here's the thing. That's a debate about interpretation, right?
Right.
So here's the problem. If you're having a debate about interpretation of something, but why don't we agree on the substance of it, of the story? We don't have to worry about the specifics of the story, because what you're telling me is that you believe that there is one sin that God saw was so bad that he destroyed over one sin. And I don't believe that.
If it doesn't fit my narrative, then I cannot come to that consensus with you. Because if it's gonna take the narrative that I've presented all this time, if it's gonna take that away, then I'm not able to have that consensus with you, because then you're gonna be able to break down a whole lot of other stuff that I've said that that was my understanding versus your understanding.
Which means that we're no longer preaching the quote unquote gospel. What we're preaching is what we want the gospel to be.
You're preaching the right. And that is, again, why we've always said, read your own book. Don't sit in there and let them just read the book. But also, this is the forsake not the gathering of yourselves together, because you need to bounce these ideas off of people, and maybe you can have a better understanding of what's happening.
And maybe somebody can tell you to shut up.
But here's the thing. Right now, they are in a national convention and nobody's telling her to hush. They keep giving her mics year after year after year.
This is the problem I have, because that same lady, we played y'all from 3 different eras of this lady. This lady's 90 plus years old.
She is saying that still to this day.
So the first one was a couple days ago. The second one was years ago, and the third one, at the end of that second video, was years before, decades ago. You understand what I'm saying? So what we're doing is we're putting in people's hands a microphone because they're powerful, and they got. And I'm not going to doubt her spirituality. What I will doubt is her wisdom when it comes to how to speak to people.
I'm not even going to say how powerful she is. I'm going to say popular. They put her in there because she's a known entity in the church. And
that could very well be. I don't know.
And also, she spits that shit that they want to hear. They put that microphone in her hand every year because they want to hear her say sissy. They want to hear her call people faggots. They want to hear her do that. They want to see her damn near punch a nigga because he hangs out with gay people. They do this every convention. She has the microphone in her hand and does the same thing, and nobody's ever brought something to her and said, "Hey, mother, let's not do this no more."
Can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a secret?
Mm-hmm.
I DJ at weddings and stuff now. Apparently, I'm a wedding DJ now. Don't ask how I got there. Just know that when my DJ decided he wanted. Anyway, I'm not going down that road. Shout out. But what I will say is this:
what else, man?
Every wedding, I am so sick of certain songs, but guess what? These are the songs that get the people up, get the people moving, and get them on the dance floor. Y'all know them, wobble, all this stuff, like those type of songs, swag surfing, like stuff like that.
So you put boots on the ground every service, huh?
Oh, I didn't play boots on the ground last wedding. I will this week. But anyway, but what I'm saying is that those are the hits. Those are the ones that when you come to the wedding and it's dance time for the reception, guess what? You want to hear certain stuff. So you got to give the people what they want. Here's the problem. I think, and this is me turning the camera on all of us. Why do we want that? Why do we want that? Like, why is it that we want to hear somebody who, if you believe that it's a sin and it's terrible and it's horrible, why would you want to hear somebody berate them for it?
Because when your job is to draw all men unto me, but what you do is
Draw all men unto me. That's what they do. They don't think about that me. They read that and didn't see him. They saw him.
Right. It was done. Right. Okay. And that's the thing, because you cannot, like you said before, you cannot call me names and expect me to come and want to be around you. You can't.
It very well might be, Simone. You might be right, Simone.
Yeah, that to me is a situation that I and again, I like going to church. I like sitting in there and sometimes seeing some of this because it's funny to me. But to the people who have not grown up in this, and to the people who are struggling with their identities and those sorts of things, and then they see this publicly, it's going to be a lot harder for them to want to come and seek the help that y'all say y'all giving these people, and get these words that y'all want to give them, simply because, and here you go again, simply because the way that the church decides to present these situations. And there's enough bull going on at the church that they look at you, and as soon as you say something about them, they point to you and they run down your list of faults. And now you're sitting over there saying, but ain't no buts about it, especially no man buts.
Well, if you're talking about homosexuals, there might be some
no man butts. Especially, that's what I say, especially no man butts, not in the church.
Hey, can I ask you a question though?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And again, it does not matter what I think about the LGBTQAI plus community.
You said something right.
I said something. I hope. Does not matter what it means, what I think about it. What up, D?
Yo.
But what does matter? How do you love somebody, right? And you know my job, what my day job is. I work with people who are indigent in some way, shape, or form, and sometimes. These people are formerly homeless or formerly experiencing homelessness or a veteran who fell on hard times or a single mom. These are my people. This is my tribe, right? My job is to help them do the best that they can. The first thing I have to do is build a rapport. The first thing I have to do, because nobody wants a stranger coming in their face and telling them how stupid or dumb or how messed up they are, right?
But I'm doing it out of love. But I love you.
Right. I have to genuinely find out about them, try my best to find a point of where we can meet
a common
and
ground.
have some sort of common ground,
yes.
And find out how they got to the situation they were in and what best way they want to move forward to be better. So we established some ground rules, right? We established that, maybe smoking crack 7 days a week, 12 hours a day is not a good thing. You know that, I know that. But you know what? What I can't do, I can't call them a crackhead to their face on the first time I meet them. You understand what I'm saying? So once we figure that out, they're surprised. Like if we do a budget, if I say, hey, we're going to do a budget, I say, look, I know you use
budgeting they crack for them.
I budget in crack. Yes. Because it's like, let's be real. You're going to spend money on it right now. And there's no amount of paper that's going to make you automatically just stop doing crack. Because if money was an issue, if spending too much money was an issue before and it's an issue now, the crack been there both sides. So let's go ahead and budget that in. And now, what I will do, if you tell me, like you acknowledge that this is too much, like how about we go from 7 days a week to 5 days a week? How can we get there? That might take 3 months to get them 2 days back. But you know what we're going to try and do? We're going to try and spread this out. So instead of me saying, all right, you got Monday through Friday, but you can't smoke on the weekend. No,
you crazy.
Let's see if we can skip Tuesday.
Right.
I'm going to be here most of the day too. And then you work through it that way. But you know what happens at the end of that? Not always, but most times you get at least some window of sobriety if you stick with it long enough. So what have I done? I have accomplished the goal that this person said they wanted to accomplish, that I wanted for them to accomplish. And I did it without looking them in their face and telling them how stupid they were or that they were a crackhead. Now, there's some people who need that. Yes.
But you can't start that way. You can't start that way. Like I'm the notorious asshole of my friends and family because I'm going to always give you the hard truth. I'm going to tell it to you the way it's supposed to be. and it's all coming out of love, but sometimes the words just come out rough. And you know, I'm just gonna hug you after it's over and be like, nah, you know, my nigga and all that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but it comes from me being there long enough to build those relationships, and it can't come just because I don't know you. As an addiction therapist,
Wait,
no.
hold on,
You
Simone, are you saying no? Like I did it
you
wrong?
can't budget in crack. You gotta budget the crack. Or
Are you
just
saying
put it
no?
in
I shouldn't have done that.
Put it in as miscellaneous. It's got to be miscellaneous. It can't be crack. You can't write it down as crack. It can't be a line item.
I'm not naming crack, but I'm gonna definitely budget in crack.
Recreation. Yeah, it's a line item
because they spend the money on it. Now, hold on. Let's be clear, Simone. Let's be clear. I don't encourage them to do crack. I don't give them money for crack, and I don't go take them to go get crack. What I do is be realistic and say, if you're spending money on it, let's put it on this paper so we can see where your money's going. And I use that as a tool later on, because if you're telling me that you're trying to purchase something over here, but I can show you where you're spending your discretionary money at, it's over here. So if you're using crack over here, now when they see that, it's like, okay, well, now can we please work this out? Okay. She said, hold on. She said, no. And then she laughed at me. And then she said, "I know." Okay,
so she knows you're not. She knows you're not giving them crack, but she just says, "Don't write in crack." So don't give them an option.
Write crack down. oh, she says she with me. Okay, I feel you. I'm with you. Realistic. Really? Okay. Thank you so much. I was hoping, because if you're an addiction specialist and I'm doing something that's going to contribute to addiction, let's not do that. I don't want to do that. All right. But the point I'm trying to make is
there a full stop on crack? Is there a full stop? Hey, today, I'm not smoking crack ever again.
I'm sure, but I've never had that conversation.
Not a everyday crack smoker. And then
I'm not an addiction specialist. I'm not a substance specialist. What I do is I try to help them move towards their goal. And if I can show them that their greater goals are greater than their desire for, or greater in their mind than crack or whatever the substance is, then my job at that point is to help them move towards their greater goal and not towards the substance that are stopping them from it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so here's my question on that level.
Okay.
If the church's objective is to get them to stop taking or giving ding-a-ling or whatever, do they tell them to wean themselves off of it? Don't blow every week. Just try to blow every 2 weeks. Or like how? Can they have that same model in the church of wean yourself off of being the homosexual? Because we don't want you to be that around us. So wean yourself off of that stuff.
I think that's a problematic way to look at it. Because if your statement is we don't want you to be that way around us, then
but we want you to be around us. So what we're going to try to do, because the thing with crackheads is I want you to be around me, but not if you're a crackhead. So, cocaine is a hell of a drug. I know cocaine is a hell of a drug. I don't know crack, though. I don't know about crack.
And see, Simone is right. Those are two different categories. And the reason I say that is because a couple things. Number one, naturally, secularly,
addiction.
Right. Well, secularly,
you ain't never been
we believe. Hold on, listen. Secularly, when it comes to drugs, you think that the thought process is this is a process to sobriety. You have to work through a lot of things. It takes mental health. It takes physical health. It takes some talk therapy. Sometimes it takes chemical intervention and chemical therapies. It takes a lot of different things. When you get over to church, it's supposed to be a born again, instant, right away. Right. Here we go. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, from the religious side of things, I don't know that I believe that you should
out from among them. Okay, so if you're not around the gays, you won't be able to get no ding-a-ling. So maybe that's what they want you to do. That's what you told them to stay away from their boys.
Let's be honest. You want me to stay away from? You want them to stay away from the
Can't come to church.
Can't come to church. And now we back at last week's episode.
Indeed.
You're right. Hold on. She's right. Most addiction is covering up trauma. I learned that the number one, every behavior of somebody is an attempt to meet a need, whatever that is. And if you dig deep enough with people and find out what that need, their initial need was, it makes things easier, not easy, but easier to work through whatever those undesired behaviors or actions are. So anyway, y'all, this is not a mental health episode. Simone, I love you. Thank you so much. You're adding so much to this conversation. I appreciate it. Because
we're gonna get homie on. We're gonna get homie on. Let her talk to us.
We still need to talk about that toxic masculinity thing. I don't know if I'm gonna agree with you on that.
Because it's a need. Hey, that's a need. It comes from trauma. See, we are almost at our hour. We try to get out of here. We want to get a little more information.
Listen. Simone, I need you to send information so we can get you on our next episode, so we can bring you on here. We can talk about this a little bit more. But I think overall, the only thing that I wanted to bring out in this whole conversation is not to tell you that being gay is okay or being gay is horrible and a sin. My goal is to talk to us as church folks and say, hey, can I ask y'all a question? Do you think that the way that your beloved people are doing things, or do you think it's time to take the mic away from some of our older saints who are just out there running their mouth? But it's kind of like the Joe Bullock situation. He's that old man at the point of he just gonna say what he want to say right now. So some of these older saints may need to take a little bit of a break. But also based on the science and based on the knowledge now that 1.7% are intersexed, and a lot of times we make the wrong decisions for them. Church folks, should we have a little bit more grace? Have we gotten it wrong the whole time? Is some of this our doing? Is some of this just the way it's going to be? And should we still be dealing with them the way that we're dealing? Saying the things that we're saying? Because a lot of folks say, just tell them like it is. That's been something that I've been hearing forever. Tell them like it is. And if you're going to continue to tell them like it is, shouldn't we have a little bit more understanding of what the science? Oh, if you're gonna tell them like it is, then you need to change what you taught me, because what y'all taught me was that I was gonna have to give an account about how I treated God's people. And if you tell me that every one of us is God's children, and I should be gonna have to give account the way I treat God's children, and you get to tell me, so either he is or isn't one of God's children, and if he is, would you want somebody talking to your kids that way?
Right. Because this is the thing that we're sending our kids back out into. And that's the other thing. You tell all these kids come to church, and then you sit there and call everybody names. And then when they go to school and call people names, you want to beat them when they come home, because that's not how we treat people. Or I just watched your grandma call a nigga the hard F word in the middle of church, and y'all applauded. So what you mean I'm not supposed to go call this? Man, come on.
Yeah, you know what the other bad part is? The same people who are like, yeah, tell it like it is, mother. If anybody at your church, your local church, talk to your kid that way, you would lose your mind.
Right. Ooh. Let your little kid be around here switching in front of the church and somebody says something about yours.
Let somebody in the church call your little boy a faggot and see what you do.
Yeah.
You lose your mind. I'm pretty sure there's somebody like, you know what? Hey, we ran out of time. We got to switch over. But y'all know we gonna have to.
We'll be back. We will be back to this, because we will be back to this probably sooner than we thought, because
I thought this was gonna be a quick show. I thought it was gonna be
quick. Yeah, I was looking for 30 minutes. It's Simone's fault.
Yeah, Simone, your fault. Thank you. But listen, man, let's switch out. Pause.
We ain't switching, bro.
Listen, man, we got the weight loss challenge going on, man. So if y'all weren't watching last couple of weeks, we've been talking about it. Officially November 1st, we started. We weighed in at our specific locations. Now, he told me that the Publix is down here in my area, don't have scales in them anymore. I was in two different places. I was in Central Florida, couldn't find a Publix with a scale. I went to like 3 Publixes, and that was and they didn't have the scales. And I was in Atlanta, and really in Newman or whatever. Newman. When I was up that way, and went to the Publix, and they didn't have a scale. So I had to do the scale at home. I was having problems uploading my video, but hey, look, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
He says he did. We're gonna see.
Look,
Can we get a number? Can we get?
It's in the thing. So look, you can see on my I did mine at the house. You see my scale? I'm gonna show you. I talked about it.
I can't see that number.
I'm gonna show you. You don't see the number yet. You don't see the number yet, but there it is. You see the double zero?
Stay there.
I showed it right there. And then I stepped on the scale in my socks.
Shirt socks on.
Look. So you know, it's just going up. I was not happy with the number it was going up to.
275.4.
275. Look, 275.4. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. I'm not happy about it. I'm not proud about it. But you know what? We're going to get this up off us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now,
yes, sir.
Of course, always the overachiever. Mr. With an H. Not only did he record his and upload it, he made his little movie. And I'll show that to y'all right now. Here you go. Here you go.
All right, Cancer fam. I'm doing it for y'all. Told you we got to get this thing moving. So let me empty my pockets here.
Also, hold on. Also, he found the publishing jacks apparently with a scale in it. But anyway,
you need to go to Jacks. Y'all need to get your
I'll come to Jacksonville. Here you go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. He had to empty his pockets.
I'm gonna get up and get the official weigh in.
I needed that zero. You didn't even show that zero. 227.
227.
As of today.
Woo. Oh, it's on here.
What is today? 11/3, November 3rd, 227. Tommy with an H. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So listen, we both have more weight than we supposed to have on us. I have a little bit more than you, a lot more than you.
Way more.
But I'm taller than you too. So it is what it is. But what we're gonna do, we have Tommy is actually look at this. Them toes ain't yours. Does look adolescent like. What adolescent you know is 274 pounds? Golly. How big do you think my kids are? So listen, what we're going to do is Tommy's helping me out as far as he's better at meal prep than I am. So we're going to follow a meal plan where we're going to try and make sure that we're staying within certain parameters, watching our calorie intake. I've got two. I didn't even tell you about the other dude who's a gym influencer, a kid, one of my friend's sons, and he's going to help us out along with Alfonso with our workout routine. So we got military, and then we've got gym influencer. So we're gonna work both sides of that, man, and we're gonna get this weight up off us, man. We coming into the holidays, and we started on November 1st on purpose because we know Thanksgiving is coming. We know Christmas is coming. We know we like to eat. So guess what? We're gonna try and exercise some discipline, probably a little bit extra discipline before Thanksgiving, so we can have a little bit less on Thanksgiving, but get back to it.
Exactly. So we are going to fight the fat. I've been fighting the fat since the Not Just Noise days. I've been fighting the fat for years. And I saw a video I did maybe 12, 13 years ago, and I was under 200 pounds. And I was like, bro, we got some work to do. We have taken that and doubled it. So yeah, we've got some work to do. So we're going to fight the fat, and we're going to stick to some things. We're going to keep each other disciplined. I had a pretty decent day today. I'm gonna go in here and finish up some additional salad. I have to figure out what type of dressings I'm gonna be able to enjoy.
See, you're so much better. Like you know how they say don't drink your calories? Mm-hmm. Like that is my thing. Like, so I like coffee a certain way. I see you over there. And I like certain things to eat, and I like certain things to drink because I don't eat a whole lot of different things. So when I do eat, I eat a lot of it. So what I'm going to try and do is open up and open up my palate to more things. Yeah. Everything ain't got to be sweet.
I got some things we're going to prep a menu that we can do for next week, and we can see if we can stick together. I got the gym set up, so I'm going to take some videos of the gym setup. Tomorrow is yard maintenance day. See, you hire somebody to come and do yours, so that's some extra sweat that you're going to miss. But I'm getting out there tomorrow. I'm doing some yard work. Then I'm gonna try to get on the treadmill, and we're gonna try to make this happen, because hopefully by the end of the year I can be under 210. I'm just trying to get to under 210 by the end of the year.
You trying to drop 17 in 2 months?
60 days. Yeah, 60 days. I should be able to drop 17 pounds in 60 days. Okay.
Well, we'll first of the year, January 1.
Yeah.
We'll do it again. We'll weigh again.
No, I'm gonna try to check in every week. So if I start seeing myself,
like for the big, because you're aiming for 200 or less. I'm aiming. Ultimately, I want to get down to 230.
Okay.
That's where I want to be at ultimately. And then I got some other stuff that I want to make happen. But I know me. So if I get down to 230, I'm gonna try and get down to 215. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I ain't seen
I'm telling you,
215
nigga,
since.
I'm trying to get the stripper weight before I turn 50, man. I gotta get that off my bucket list.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I don't know what he's talking about as far as stripper weight. But I'll tell y'all what, man. Cuzzo, I'm very proud of you, man. Thank you for pushing me to do this. We gonna do this together, man. And all in all, bro, I think we're gonna be able to make this happen.
We're going to make it happen with the help of y'all guys. So y'all keep us accountable. If you see me at the McDonald's drive-thru, just know it ain't for me.
All right, man. Well, we're going to keep this thing moving, man. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that follow button and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time we go live, man. Hey, Cuzzo.
Yes, sir.
Love you, boy.
Love you, man. We ain't been canceled yet.
We got to do this again.
We're going to do it again. Simone, appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you, man. We got to get some work done.
Let's show. Thank y'all for watching, man. Peace.
Love y'all.